It's December 7th, 2025, Madison Square Garden, New York Knicks versus Orlando Magic. The score's close, the game is tense, and then something happens that would immediately go viral across social media. Desmond Bane picks up a loose ball. OG Anunoby is on the ground out of bounds. He winds up and launches it at him. Hard. The NBA would fine him $35,000 for this moment. Call it throwing the ball with force at an opponent in an unsportsmanlike manner. But here's what you need to know. This isn't the first time Desmond Bane has done this. It's not even his second time, and it's part of a troubling pattern that started well before he ever put on a Magic uniform. It's the fourth quarter, 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. The Knicks are leading, but the game is still tight. This is a crucial moment where the Magic need stops, need momentum, need anything to get back into this game. Instead, they get this.
After review, the play where Bane throws the ball off the player is ruled a hostile act. Therefore, it's a technical foul for a physical taunt.
OG Anunoby is on a fast break. He's got the ball, he's trying to score. Two Magic defenders converge on him. The ball gets knocked loose. Anunoby falls out of bounds. Bane grabs the ball. The play is still live. He has options: push it down court, look for a teammate, anything a normal player would do. Instead, he winds up and launches it at Anunoby, not with the intention of playing the ball, not with the intention of continuing play, but with clear intent to hit him as he lies on the ground. The referee immediately blows the whistle. Technical foul. Bane argues briefly, but the call stands. After the game, OG Anunoby took the high road with a response that was hilariously diplomatic. "I should have caught it," he said, but not everyone was as forgiving. NBA analysts called it clown behavior, fans called it nasty, the NBA called it unsportsmanlike, and fined Bane $35,000. Some players were even more blunt. DeMarcus Cousins, who knows a thing or two about intensity and edge, said,
I'm not saying punch him in the face and maybe slap the shit out. That's crazy.
The internet exploded. The moment went viral, and suddenly everyone was talking about Desmond Bane, not for his shooting ability, not for his defense, but for throwing a basketball at another player while he was on the ground. But here's the thing that makes the Anunoby incident even more concerning. It wasn't an isolated incident. In fact, it's part of an escalating pattern. Rewind to November 4th, 2025, just over a month earlier, Magic versus Atlanta Hawks. This was Bane's early season with Orlando after being traded from Memphis in the summer. Magic are struggling. Bane is shooting 28.6% from three to start the season, well below his career 40.8% average. The frustration is building. In the third quarter, with the Magic trailing by 14 points, Onyeka Okongwu is on a fast break. He's heading to the basket. Bane has to make a choice: let him score or stop him. He chooses to stop him. Hard. Bane grabs Okongwu's forearm. It's a hard foul, the kind of foul NBA players call making them see the lights. Okongwu falls to the floor, the ball goes flying in the air, and then Bane does something that would result in immediate ejection. He takes the loose ball and spikes it down onto Okongwu's head. Volleyball style. As Okongwu is on the ground, flagrant one foul, technical foul, ejection, game over for Bane. The Hawks make all three free throws, one for the technical, two for the flagrant. Then they hit a three-pointer, a 6-point swing. The lead extends to 20 points. The Magic lose 127 to 112. And Bane's response afterward, no apology, no, I got out of hand. Instead, he said, hard foul. I mean, we talk about that, no easy baskets, nothing at the rim. Make them see the lights and hard foul. I swiped at the ball and it happened to hit him, and they made the call that they made. That's not remorse. That's not accountability. That's deflection. November 4th, ejected for spiking a ball at a player on the ground. December 7th, fined $35,000 for throwing a ball at a player on the ground. These aren't isolated incidents. This is a pattern, and it's a pattern that shows escalation rather than improvement. The Okongwu incident cost him a game. The Anunoby incident cost him $35,000, but it also cost him something else, his reputation. From NBA insider reports to social media to water cooler conversations, one thing became clear. Desmond Bane has a problem controlling his emotions when things don't go his way. And here's what makes it even more troubling. This pattern didn't start with the Magic, it goes back further. Before Desmond Bane joined the Orlando Magic in the summer of 2025, he was a star for the Memphis Grizzlies. And even then, we were seeing the same issue, a competitive fire that couldn't be controlled. March 10th, 2025, Phoenix Suns versus Memphis Grizzlies. Something happened that shows this pattern goes way back. Cam Spencer of the Grizzlies, a young trash-talking rookie, hits a three-pointer and taunts Kevin Durant. Now, Durant is one of the most competitive players in the league. He takes it seriously. Things get heated between Spencer and Durant, and what does Bane do? He inserts himself into it, he gets between them, he escalates the situation instead of diffusing it. Instead of letting the moment pass or letting teammates handle it, he adds fuel to the fire. Both get technical fouls. The moment turns into a thing. But if the Durant incident showed Bane will escalate with opponents, his next incident showed something even more concerning. He's willing to get physical with his own teammates. This was earlier in that same week in March. The Memphis Grizzlies are absolutely demolishing the Utah Jazz. Final score, 140-103. It's a complete blowout. Everyone's happy. The team is playing well, but on the bench during a timeout, something happens. Bane and teammate Santi Aldama get into a shoving match, not playful, not joking around, actual physical contact. According to NBA insiders who witnessed it, the issue was about effort and defense. Bane turned to Aldama and yelled, "Are you gonna fucking guard anybody?" Aldama responded, "Heck you." Bane came back, "No, heck you, play harder." And then they shoved each other on the bench. During a game, they were winning by 37 points. Think about what that says. When the team is winning, when things are going well, when there's absolutely no legitimate pressure, that's when Bane's competitive fire turns into hostility toward his own teammate. This is the same player the Orlando Magic organization traded significant assets to bring in. And these incidents, the Durant confrontation, the Aldama shove, they happened before he ever put on a Magic uniform. The pattern was already there. Now, before we completely roast Desmond Bane, we need to understand something. The thing that makes him a problem is also the thing that makes him valuable. Bane is a career 40.8% three-point shooter. That's elite. He's tough on defense, he doesn't back down, he plays with swagger and confidence, he doesn't get intimidated by big names or big moments. That edge, that competitive fire, that's why the Orlando Magic traded multiple assets for him in June 2025. They wanted that intensity, they wanted a player who would match them up with anybody and not flinch. And when it's channeled correctly, it makes him great. His shooting creates spacing, his defense creates problems, his willingness to compete makes a team better. The problem is, he hasn't figured out how to channel it correctly, not consistently. Desmond Bane was traded to the Orlando Magic in June 2025. The Magic gave up significant assets because they believed in him. They thought his edge would make their team tougher, more competitive, better suited to win games that matter. But what we've seen in his first season with Orlando is that his edge doesn't stop at opponents, it extends to situations where he needs to show professionalism and maturity, and it's happening with increasing frequency. The Magic are investing in Bane to be a championship-level player, but championships aren't won by individual talent alone. They're won by teams that can stay composed, stay focused, and stay disciplined. Right now, Bane is doing the opposite. He's getting fined. He's getting ejected. He's creating problems instead of solving them. And most importantly, he's not showing any signs of learning from his mistakes. If anything, he's doubling down, defending his actions rather than acknowledging them. That's not accountability. That's not the sign of someone who's ready for what comes next. So what happens next? Will the NBA suspend him if this continues? Almost certainly yes. Will the Magic keep him if his behavior costs them wins and creates locker room problems? That's a real question. Will Bane get another incident before the season ends? Given the pattern, I wouldn't be shocked. But here's what matters. Bane still has time to change this narrative. He's young, he's talented, he's got his whole career ahead of him, and right now, the conversation is about his temper, not his talent. That can change, but it requires him to do something he hasn't done yet. Take responsibility. Stop deflecting. Stop making excuses. Admit that he has a problem and actually work to fix it. Because when he's right, he's really good. But when he's wrong, he's a liability, and the NBA isn't going to let this slide forever. Desmond Bane is at a crossroads. He can be a championship-level player, or he can be remembered as the guy who threw basketballs at opponents and couldn't control himself. The talent is there, the question is whether the discipline is. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please like and subscribe for more NBA analysis. What do you think? Is Bane's behavior excusable as competitive fire, or does it cross the line? Let me know in the comments below.